Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome and thank you so much for being here. My name is Faith and today I have a 20-minute shoulder and chest opening yoga practice. So today's class, we're going to be moving through a series of deep stretches to open up the upper body, particularly the chest and the shoulders. So this is going to be a wonderful practice for you if you've been feeling really tense and tight in that area of the body and you're just looking to relieve some of that stress and tension out of your body. Now for today's practice, we are going to move right into some deep stretches. So I highly recommend that you get a quick warm-up in before you visit this class. So feel free to pause this video, do a few sun salutations, and come back to the video when you're ready. So with all of that said, go ahead, grab your mat, and we'll get started. All right, my friends, we'll get started today seated at the back of the mat with your knees and your feet together. Rest your hands on top of your knees with the palms face up. Close your eyes and just take a couple of deep breaths here. Allow the shoulders to naturally soften. Relax the facial muscles. Visualizing yourself bringing all of this positive and healing energy into the palms of your hands. And welcoming this energy into your body and into your mind. And let's take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow the body to relax. Go ahead and open your eyes. Place your hands down to either side of the body and begin to find some gentle shoulder rolls. So rolling the shoulders up towards your ears, back and then down. Warming up the shoulders, releasing any tension or stress. And then reverse the direction. Try to keep the breath nice and steady here. We'll take 2 more rounds. On your next breath, reach both arms up to the sky, bringing the palms together. As you exhale, bend the elbows and find cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push the chest forward and find a slight back bend. So really opening up the frontal area of the body. Breathing deeply into the chest. Inhale, reach both arms back up towards the sky. On your exhale, release your arms forward to come into child's pose. Extend out through your fingers as you rest your forehead on the mat. Feeling a gentle release through the shoulders and the back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly lift yourself up onto all fours. Inhale, arch the low back, lift your gaze up. Exhale, round the spine and sit right back into child's pose. We'll do that 3 more times. So as you inhale, come on up, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine and push it back. Inhale, come forward, arch the low back. Exhale, release back into child's pose. 1 more time. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, release. And just take a moment here to breathe. Stretch out those shoulders. And once you're ready, lift yourself back up onto all fours to come into tabletop, making sure that your shoulders are in line with your wrists and your hips are stacked above the knees. From here, tuck the toes under. Start to lift the knees off of the mat and push the hips up for downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent. Press evenly into the palms, spread the fingers wide, and think about pulling your chest closer towards your thighs. Opening up through the shoulders and the upper back. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And then begin to walk on the spot by extending one leg at a time. So just releasing any tension out of the legs, warming up the hamstrings and the calves. And then once you're ready, come back to a neutral downward dog. You can keep the knees bent here, or you can fully extend the legs. Hold it here, allowing your chest to fall closer towards the floor. Take 1 more breath. And then slowly drop the knees down. Untuck the toes and start to walk the hands forward to find puppy pose. Plant the forearms down, rest your forehead down onto the mat and soften through the neck. Keep the hips lifted here, stacking them over the knees. Breathing space into your low back, mid back, and upper back. And then we'll thread the needle, keep the right arm extended, thread the left arm underneath you, placing your left shoulder and your left ear onto the mat. Stretching out the back of the left shoulder. If you'd like to get a deeper stretch, you can reach your right arm up to the sky. If you'd like to take it 1 step further, you can find a bind, reaching the right hand behind you and placing it into your left hip. So just find what feels good and breathe. And then gently release, come back to center, and we'll switch sides. Right arm threads underneath you. Right shoulder and right ear come down onto the mats. And then find your variation so you can keep the left arm extended out in front of you. You can reach that left arm up towards the sky. Or maybe you want to take a bind. So again, just find whatever feels good and come back to your breath. . And then gently come back to center and we'll release back into puppy pose. Holding here for 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, start to lift the chest up. Come down onto the forearms and allow your belly to drop down onto the mat for Sphinx pose. Place your elbows underneath your shoulders. Press firmly into the forearms and reach forward through the heart, so creating a lot of space between your neck and your shoulders. Take 1 more breath. From here, bend your left knee. Take your right hand and reach it back to grab the foot. Keep pressing down through your left forearm to keep the chest lifted. On an inhale, start to kick the left foot into your right hand as you lift the left leg up. Keep your gaze forward and breathe. So you should feel this in the front of the right shoulder as well as the left quadricep. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, slowly release, come back into Sphinx pose. And we'll do that on the other side. So go ahead, bend your right knee, and then reach the left hand back to grab the foot. As you inhale, start to lift the right thigh off of the mat. Feeling a stretch in the front of the left shoulder and the right quadricep. Press down into the right forearm for support. Keep the gaze forward and breathe. Take 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and then gently press yourself back up onto all fours and sit back into child's pose. So just take a moment to recenter, rebalance, rounding out the back. And then gently make your way back up onto all fours. Extend the right leg out and then step the left leg back to come into a high plank. Hold here for a breath. Engage your core. From here, we'll move into a forearm plank. So come down onto the forearms. Place the elbows underneath your shoulders. You can keep the palms face down onto the mat, or you can clasp them together. Press down through the arms to slightly round out the upper back and keep your core strong. From here, start to walk your feet closer towards your hands to come into dolphin pose. Stop at a point that's most comfortable for you. Keep pressing into your forearms and your shoulders. And continue to find length through the torso. Take 1 more breath. To release, drop the knees down onto the mat and sit back into child's pose. Take a breath here. And then gently come back to tabletop and then make your way back to lie onto your belly, preparing for bow pose. So bend both of the knees And then reach your hands back to grab your feet. Now you can reach for the outer edge of the feet, or if you'd like a deeper stretch, you can try grabbing the feet from the inside. So just find what feels comfortable for you. Once you're ready, inhale, lift the chest up as you kick your feet into your hands. Keep the pelvis rooted into the mat, making sure your knees stay hip-width distance apart. Hold here and breathe, feeling the stretch in the chest and the shoulders. Take one more deep breath in. See if you can lift up even higher. And then exhale, slowly release everything back down onto the mat. You can rest your cheek down on the floor, closing the eyes. And just take a moment to rest and reset. And then gently place your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself back up onto all fours and sit back into child's pose. You can keep the arms extended out in front, or you can relax the arms alongside your body with the palms face up. So wherever you are, just close your eyes and come back to the breath. Returning to this internal awareness, softening the neck, relax your shoulders and your back. And then on your next inhale, slowly begin to roll yourself up to a seated position, one vertebra at a time, feeling a nice stretch through the neck and the upper back. And then gently make your way to a comfortable cross-legged position. Ground down through your sit bones and lengthen through the spine. And we'll move into a seated twist. So place your right hand behind you and bring your left hand to your right knee. Inhale to find length in the spine. Exhale, gently twist your torso to the right. Keep your chest open and lifted and soften through the neck. On your next inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, side bend to the left. So coming into a side body stretch, lengthening the ribs up. Inhale, slowly lift yourself back up and place the right hand back down. Come back to center and twist to the left. Left hand behind you, right hand to your left knee. Inhale to find length in the spine. Exhale to twist to the left. Continue to lengthen up through your spine, twisting from your torso. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky, and then exhale, side bend to the right. Keeping both sit bones grounded into the mat, and breathe. And then gently release and come back to center. place the hands on top of the knees and close the eyes. Finishing off our practice with a few deep breaths. And just becoming aware of how the body feels. Noticing where you've created space in the body. And noticing any changes in your body from the beginning of your practice. And allowing this new, fresh energy to carry you as you transition into the rest of your day. And when you're ready, bring the palms together in front of your heart, bowing down in gratitude towards your own heart, thanking yourself for your practice today. Thank you so much for joining me. May you stay well and always continue to shine. Namaste.